Hello, and welcome back to another episode of SkyrimPlus. Today I'm featuring Pocket Palace Sanctuary by yofamfaming. Usually this is the part where we would check out the map, but this is a dimensional home, so we'll go into our inventory and activate a Pocket Palace key to enter. And here we are inside of Pocket Palace Sanctuary. When we enter, we find some custom chests and some storage for light armor, heavy armor, and apparel. Next, check out these custom wall textures. You've got some beautiful wall decorations like this lion tapestry and the shields. And then in the corner we start our smithing suite. You have a custom anvil that works as a skyforge and can make dawn guard items. You've got your smelter by the fire. There's storage for ore and ingots. There's your workbench, storage for pelts and hides, there's your grindstone, and there's a tanning rack to complete the suite. Now we'll head over to the next corner where you have a shrine to Stendarr, and each of the shrines of the divines will have these stained glass lamps that look awesome. There are baskets to store your melee weapons, ranged weapons, and staves, and then check this out, you can even turn these candles on and off. How cool is that? Here's your staff enchanter and storage for heartstones. There's your spider imbuing chamber and storage for gemstones and scrolls. You've got another custom wall texture with some columns. That looks really nice. You have some more custom chests. There's your arcane enchanter and storage for soul gems. You have a lantern. Here's storage for potions and ingredients. You have some really nice rugs. There's your alchemy lab, and above that you have subcategories to sort your potions. And then on this next table you have a microscope to conduct your experiments, and you have 3 shrines from the DLC to Azura, Boethiah, and Mephala. Here is a potions rack that's interactive, you've got a poison safe, and then you've got 2 more shrines for Talos and Akatosh. The mod author said he was just going to give a slight edit to the original Pocket Sanctuary to give it a Hammerfell feel, but then he just went wild, and I'm glad he did. In this space, we have a spiral staircase, 8 weapons display cases, and shrines to Auriel and Nocturnal. While we make our way to the other side of the room, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more Skyrim content. On this side of the room we have 2 dagger display cases that are on top of some bookshelves that can collectively store 54 books. There's our Shrine of Mara. Look at these beautiful vases. I just love the custom assets that they used. It's not like I hate vanilla assets, but variety's the spice of life. Here's a small table to enjoy some sweet rolls, and check out this tapestry. I recognize this one from Dragonia and Dragonwatch Keep. It's one of my favorites in the game. Check out this beautiful red flower and this blue vase. They've added a red tint to the bookcases. There's more storage for books, notes, and journals. You've got a hookah pipe, some more of those candles that you can toggle on and off, and you have several of these pillows and towels that allow you to sit down like idle markers. I love interactive features like that. It definitely makes the home feel more alive. Okay, now that we've seen that feature, we're going to turn to the right and we're going to head into our kitchen. Before we do, we can use our wash basin to wash our hands. We've got some harvestable ingredients to the right, several named storage places for food, and then over to the right you have your oven and your cooking pot for your food needs. And check out that shadow that's being casted on the wall. That's way cool. Now that we've finished up in the kitchen, we need to wait at least 45 minutes before using this next feature, the swimming pool. This is a really nice place for you and your followers to hang out. Just FYI, it does have an auto-strip script for your followers. Check out these awesome textures and decorations on the wall. They look so nice. And then you also have this room divider between your main room and the pool area, and I thought that was really unique too. Okay, now we'll circle around back past our kitchen to see that we have 2 of our standing stones. You do have all 13 included. You also have a small vegetable garden guarded by Peter the Rabbit over here, and he does move around. He's not like a statue all of the time. You also have 25 fertile soils to use. I've marked each of the fertile soils with these white roses, so if you see a white rose, that's a fertile soil that you can use. Here's some more of that custom wall art, and may I say I am digging those lions. Here's a place where you can sit and have a snack by the pool, so it's nice to have these idle markers that you can interact with around your house. You can chill and watch your followers, or maybe take a good look at those Debellan statues, or check out the custom textures in your pool, And look, you even have a drain. How fun is that? And then there's a good look at your divider again between the two spaces, and you can even take a sneak peek upstairs. But I'm not going to let you do that because that's cheating. I want to be able to show it to you. So now we're going to continue on. You can see some more of our fertile soils to the right, and check out this super tall palm tree. That definitely gives you the Hammerfell feel. You have more beautiful tapestries. There's some more of your standing stones. There's your wood chopping block and woodcutter's axe. There are some more of your fertile soils. And then these 3 standing stones over here are the same as the guardian stones. So you don't even have to go back into the main world space to get access to those. And now we're back to where we started. So since we've cleared this main space, we'll take this spiral staircase up to see the second level. We'll go pretty slowly because I don't want to make you motion sick. And check out this sight to behold once you go up the stairs. Doesn't that look awesome? Check out the globes, the tapestries with the moons, the glowing lights, the mechanical motion. This thing has me mesmerized. But it's not just eye candy, it lets you fast travel to any of these locations. So even in a pocket dimension, you're able to fast travel out fairly easily. You've got a couple of those wicker chests, those look really nice. And then look at all of the different colors in these rugs. Usually I'd think this would probably drive me insane, but it actually works in this space. There are some pillows where you can sit and write in this area over here. Look at the beads that divide the rooms, those look really cool. Here's another pillow you can sit by your dresser. You've got a mini gildergreen tree and you've got an entrapped butterfly. Here's a bed that gives you a well-rested bonus. And then as we make our way back around to this next corner, you've got a little station where you can change your appearance. That's a pretty handy feature to have. There's some more name storage for apparel, and then you have a display for the amulets to the divines. You can place them there once you've collected them. There are more candles to toggle and more pillows to sit. And just past this beautiful red flower, you have the remaining shrines to the divines. I just love those lanterns. Just past that, we have a shower with toggleable water controls. And you have a lot of different styles of tiles, which wouldn't normally come together, but as our Lord and Savior Todd Howard once said, it just works. There's a dresser with some towels to dry off after you're done. Look at the detail on the railing, that looks amazing. Here's that pop of color from all of the rugs again. And then as we come back to the main space, check out this dome ceiling. What a cool design. If there's ever a dome ceiling in a house mod, count me in. And speaking of eye candy, check out this thing. It definitely draws my eyes in, and it looks like it's got a planetary orbit going. This is definitely Dwemer inspired. When we look directly across from that, we find a small table to enjoy some cheese, wine, and sweets. And check out the artwork on that room divider. It's inspiring. Right next to that, you have a spot to plan your next quest with all of these maps. You have a clock so you can synchronize the time for when to leave with your followers. And then as we turn, check out this interesting lantern and the shadow it casts on the ceiling. This mod author gave us a lot of interesting sights to see in their home. And now we're heading into the last space of the home, the interactive treasure hoard. So to use this, you'll want to activate this ledger, and then go into your inventory and add septims, gold ingots, silver ingots, or gems to store. And in return, the room will display a treasure hoard made out of gold piles, Thieves Guild quest items, and more. This is what just under 25,000 septims will get you. This feature is pretty rarely seen. I remember seeing it in the Legacy of the Dragonborn Safe House and Shellblad Castle, and if that's the company you're keeping, you're doing pretty well. But now that we've seen all of the features of this home, it's time for final thoughts. Pocket Palace Sanctuary is a stylish, feature-packed dimensional home. It offers a bed for the player that gives a well-rested bonus, a shower with working water, a cooking pot and oven, a woodcutter's axe and wood chopping block, a full smithing suite, an alchemy lab and arcane enchanter, a staff enchanter and spider imbuing chamber, a king-size pool for you and your followers to enjoy, interactive idle markers allowing you to sit, 25 fertile soils to plant whatever you want, a small vegetable garden guarded by Peter Rabbit, plenty of display cases to show off your favorite weapons, a change appearance station, all of the standing stones, a display for the amulets of the divines, all of the shrines to the divines, the shrines to Boethiah Mephala and Azura, as well as Auriel and Nocturnal. You have a teleporter that can take you to the major hold capitals, and an interactive treasury where you can show off your wealth. The home included really cool lighting, including interactive candles, and the home includes a lot of eye candy, from really unique wall textures to items that grab your attention. And this place grabbed my attention visually more than any other mod has since I saw Shalidor's Overlook, so hats off to YoFam Gaming on a job well done. This concludes my feature of Pocket Palace Sanctuary. If you enjoyed this content and want to see more, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Click the bell icon if you want to be notified of when I post, and as always, thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next episode.